Let's talk about keeping the conversation alive. I'm Miranda Bueta, a mom, teacher and educational psychologist. Good communication is often the thing that gets a child out of a troubling situation. However, some children just don't share everything about their day. When they go into the teenage phase, there might even be a break in honest and deep conversations. It's not your fault, mom and dad, and it's definitely not your child's fault. It's a developmental phase full of self-discovery and heightened emotions. The fact that we are aware of this and how important it is to keep the lines of communication open pushes us to make plans to help us with this. One such a plan that I want to share with you is using conversation starter cards. I'm going to share a link in the description that you can follow for some free cards to download. Print them, cut them out and put them in a jar in the kitchen. The purpose is to get out of the rut of always asking the same generic question of how was your day and then get the automatic answer, fine thanks, which could be very far from the truth. It gives you the opportunity to ask a question that they have to think about before they answer you. And although we want to do this often to build the trust and communication in our relationships with them, it can also open up the conversation to something completely different that you wouldn't have talked about if you started out with that. It might even open up a conversation about their problems or things that they are worried about. That is why you need to be prepared for this, and why you should never respond with shock or anger or upset when they do share something with you. That will stop the conversation in its tracks. So yes, you can say that you are worried and that you would like to know more about the situation or whatever they shared with you, but you shouldn't, for example, become hysterical or angry or start crying. That's better left for afterwards when you are alone. When using the cards, you are the grown-up who sets the right conditions for them to trust you and to open up to you. It's also good to keep in mind that you need to choose the time and place wisely. The child should be relaxed and comfortable. Some children share more when there's less eye contact, for example, when you do a task together or when you drive in a car. So how do we use the cards? You explain to the child that there's some interesting questions in the jar and that from time to time when you guys feel like it, you can take a card at random and discuss it. When you can see that they are not themselves or that they want to talk about something but don't know how to approach the topic, that's also an ideal time to suggest to take a card out of the jar. Both of you should answer the question. That will put them at ease and hopefully make it easier for them to share whatever is on their mind. Like explained before, the purpose is not just to do this when you suspect a problem. It's also to develop good communication. Another approach could be to not even tell them that you have picked a question from the cards, but to just start a conversation with one of the questions. Whenever you are doing something together or whenever an opportunity arises. Print the conversation starter cards, have fun with them. Use them in any way that works for you and in your context. Use the empty cards at the end for your own questions and let your kids add their questions. Happy conversationing, moms and dads. You've got this.